big dogs, we are going to have a game that you guys may love. I know a lot of people have a feeling about Branded. Here or there, right? They don't like Branded. They love Branded. It's a love or hate type deck. But in this replay, Winkun is going to be showing you a different type of Branded, okay? And I don't know how my editors, I have no idea how they're going to label this to get you guys to click, but it's Branded Synchro. You'll love it. I promise you. Do not click off this video. You might love it. In this particular game, Winkun's going to open Lubellion, Keb, Branded Regain, Sarcophagus, and Tales of the White Forest. It just looks like a White Forest deck. He's going to start off his turn with Regain, then activate Lubellion, get Bestial Sireneer, activate King Sarcophagus, send Keb to send Imseti, then banish the Imseti, placing it to the bottom of his deck to draw a card, tribute off the Sireneer for Lubellion, then use Sireneer to send... What? Wait, hold on, chat. The Bestial Aliber? Crazy. That's crazy. He'll then discard the Tales of the White Forest to be able to summon Estelier to the side of the field. And now Estelier's effect will get impermed. But now he'll chain Attune of the Branded. Wait. That was actually crazy. Because he already had access to Regain. You can go Attune, and it says during either player's turn, you can quick effect Synchro Summon. So we got the quick effect Synchro Summon into Chaos Angel, dodging the Infinite Impermanence and triggering the effect Special Summon when Light Spellcaster Tuner from your deck. Now Guiding Quim and White Forest both activate. He'll send Albion to send Branded and White, get the Albion back. Estelier summons itself, and then he synchros into Muddy Mud. No, don't do it. Please don't do it. Oh crap. That's not even the requirements for Dragoon, but this requires Blazing Cartesia on a Light and Dark monster. So we use Muddy Mud Dragon as Blazing Cartesia and Chaos Angel as a Light and Dark monster. That's crazy. We then go Granganol to send back the Imseti to the graveyard and the Tales of the White Forest to be able to get Sylvie. We'll then summon Kebs to the side of the field, Exceed summon into the Zombie Vampire, send both 4 cards from both players' decks to summon Guiding Quim back to the side of the field, and now we realize our opponent's playing Hero. We put a Vision Hero increase into the graveyard. What can I help you with? You just looking at stuff? Yes. That's my nephew in the background, YouTube. So go ahead and say hi.
Hi.
Hey, tell him your favorite deck. Dragon? He's new, chat. You guys... His favorite deck is Dragon Link. That's what he meant. He's not top tier gooning, all right? He doesn't like Dragon Maid. He likes Dragon Link. We then gain the effect of Retribution to be able to add Branded and White. We'll activate Branded and White to fuse the Bestial Aliber because it's always Aliber. Holy crap. We make Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Never mind. I guess summoning Branded cards was too much for me. We'll use Guiding Quim to summon out Albion, which is Aliber on the field, right? It didn't matter. We're synchroing it off. We'll make Despy and Lulu Lilith. We'll summon out Imseti, and our inboard is Dragoon, Zombie Vampire, Imseti, Lulu Lilith. If we actually would have put Dragoons right here, we could have made an SP Little Knight if we play it, right? We don't. Okay. So still pretty legit board. And we get the quick effect Synchro so long as we provide a tuner on the field. Our opponent starts off with Ferris. We'll use Branded Regain to summon out Bestial Sireneer and Granganol to summon out Proskinian. We then go Branded Regain to put back the Proskinian, and then this card says all monsters our opponent controls loses 500 attack permanently. Then we can negate the effects of one face-up card on the field. Oh. We negated the Vision Hero increase. We don't even need the Synchro Summon. Our opponent uses Malicious to summon out another copy of Malicious, makes Extra Hero Cross Crusader, summons out the Soldier to summon Stratos. It looks like our Zombie Vampire helped them out more than us. They'll summon out Plasma to take Dragoons, Forbidden Droplet to get rid of the Zombie Vampire, activate the effect, and we're going to Ash Blossom the Shadow Mist. I'm not going to lie, chat. I don't know exactly what they have gotten, but they were low-key cooking. Plasma's still the second strongest monster in the game on the board. We'll attack, tribute a Plasma, and then pass our turn because the monster was permanently negated. I think he knew that our opponent wasn't, or we didn't have anything, so he just decided to concede the match. But we do have one more game to show you how powerful Winkun's Branded Synchro deck is. This game right now, we have a similar hand. We're going second, though, and our opponent's playing the mirror match. Now we get to see which Branded deck is better, Branded or Branded Synchro. which they're going to lead off with Branded Fusion, a card that I don't think we play inside of our deck. They're going to make Albion. Albion will then fuse, but we'll use Bestial Magnamut to banish the Fallen Albaz, which means this card has to fuse still, but it can't use Fallen Albaz. He'll probably use Albion Branded in Aluber, or Aluber in a card in hand. I don't think he uses Libellion here, though. He'll make Dragostapelia here with those effects. He'll then negate the Magnamut with Dragostapelia, then Fusion Deployment to summon out Rhinoheart. Rhinoheart then sends Havnus, which will allow him to fuse again. We then summon Kid Kalos, send to the graveyard, summon out the Kashtira. Then we get to send 8 cards from our deck to the graveyard. Not a huge heat here, but we will get Sulyeek to our hands and be able to send Branded in White, which will add to our hand with Retribution. Retribution, or Branded in White, should find a good fusion target. We're going to make Lubellion the Searing Dragon. Then use Lubellion to discard a lore to fusion summon into Mirror Jade, and we can still tribute off the Lubellion Searing Dragon. Not bad. Wait. What? Why didn't we summon Lubellion? No, I guess we couldn't, but we still could have summoned Lubellion to get Branded and lost, right? Like for future or something. Like to get it out of our deck at least. I don't know why we did that, but we got to keep going. Now we'll get Branded in White to our hand. We'll summon out Guiding Quim. We'll send Cartesia and then end our turn. I don't think a fusion monster left our field. Lubellion couldn't tribute Fusion Lubellion. It's not dark. I thought it had to be a light or dark, right? I'm not tripping, right? Oh, dang, you learn something new every day. It's a dark monster. For some reason, I thought that Bestial Lubellion said light or dark. Imseti's effect gets us a King Sarcophagus and a draw. We're going to have to counter this board, especially after our opponent just drolled us. We'll use King Sarcophagus and then summon out Imseti, summon out Hoppy, go into battle phase, and immediately just attack into the Guiding Quim. But now we got Sulyeek to negate the Hoppy and to also send Kashtira, which could potentially fuse again. They don't hit anything for the fusion, but we are to break the Dragostapelia and the Hoppy on the field. Mirror Jade's already used its effect. And now we get to use Hoppy plus Imseti for the Zombie Vampire. Zombie Vampire then sends 4. Really, really risky here, seeing that that's a Tearlament type deck. We summon out Stellar. Stellar discard Tails to summon out Guiding Quim. Guiding Quim and Tails both activate their effect. I think Tails adds, right? So it's useless, but it's still a card that we can discard for our White Forest effects. We'll then activate Tragedy to be able to get Branded in White back to our field, and we'll Synchro summon. I know they're probably like, what? Synchro? Muddy Mud Dragon gets summoned here. King Sarcophagus then sends Dwarmutef to the graveyard. We'll use Muddy Mud to fuse the Zombie Vampire and the Granganol, of course. Granganol can send Albion to the graveyard. Branded in White will fuse the Albion and the Muddy Mud Dragon. That's probably a Dragoon. That's actually, this deck is crazy, guys. King Sark then sends a 2 to send Kebs. We'll summon out Kebs and then end our turn. We actually made a respectable board. Okay, not bad. The only problem is Mirror Jade will be live, which means that Red Eyes Dark Dragoon probably has to check Mirror Jade, but Mirror Jade checks the entire board here. And this was all under a Droll and Lockbird. All right. So Blazing Cartesia gets added to the hand alongside of Branded or White. This gives our opponent an opportunity to play. And now we're going to summon Blazing Cartesia. Granganol triggers here. They're going to chain Branded in High Spirits, revealing the Shiren, sending the Shiren to the grave to get Mercurier. Oh no, chat. That means with their Shiren, they can fuse off into the Granganol their own, and then use its effect, which will chain the effect of the Despian Lulu with Lilith, and they'll use Mercurier to stop Despian Lulu with Lilith. That card's really strong. Branded Regain then gets Branded Fusion. Mirror Jade then tries to check. It gets negated. Shouldn't we have let the Mirror Jade get destroyed so we can get rid of this entire board? Maybe not, because no, this card, your horse monsters can only be destroyed by cards that targeted, right? And Lulu with Lilith would get him stuff. These cards would not be targeted, and then this card lets him draw. Never mind. Not a good idea. This board is actually a little bit more foolproof than it looks. Okay, Branded Sword now gets Fallen Albaz. We'll then activate Fusion again, sending Cartesian Albaz to the graveyard for Sanctifier. And now we'll start to try to attack over the board. Mirror Jade attack over. In phase, it destroys. Yeah, he probably should have attacked with Albion here, because now he gets to draw cards. 2, right? That's sick. We'll set Brandon in red, add the Cartesia, he'll summon Quim, Quim summon Cartesia, Cartesia add itself to hand. Chat, he got way more out of this exchange than his opponent. And now you can see how versatile this deck is, because we're back in the game. They'll try to summon Dragoons. I kind of see why he did it. Trying to summon Dragoons with Albion and giving our opponent a droll is sick work, chat. Then chaining the Brandon in red, which gets Ghost Belled here. That's crazy. Our opponent scoots because we have so much more combo potential here. And keep in mind, we still have access to cards like, you know, Chaos Angel and other things that can just dominate this board. I think that we played that incredibly well. But let's look at the deck profile. Looking at the deck, guys, it seems like it's a decent amount of ultra rares in here. There's 1 Tragedy, 2 Estelier, 1 Elzet, 2 Ash, 2 Bell, 1 Fallen Albaz. I thought there would be more. 1 Merc, 2 Cartesia, 1 the Bestial Alibur, 2 Quim, 1 Sylvie, 1 Rusia, 1 of the Bestials. Crazy. 1 Albion Shrouded, 3 Lubellion, 3 Imseti, of course, 1 Dwamutef, 1 Happy, 1 Kebs, 1 Foolish, 2 Tactics, 1 Chaos Space. Wow. Brandon in white, Tales of the White Forest, 2 Walls, 1 Brandon Regained, 2 Sarcophagus, 2 High Spirits, 2 Imperbs, 2 of every hand trap. Is so interesting, but it's working for him. 1 Woes, 1 Retribution, 1 Beast, 1 E2. Probably one of the only decks where I approve E2'd in. Next is Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, Titanclad, Albion, Mirror Jade, Lubellion, Albalinatus, Granganol, and Proskinian. We have Muddy Mud, Silvera. I'm assuming this combo actually can come up, especially with the Tude, allowing us to be able to hard synchro if we need to. 1 Diabel, 1 Bestial Dispatter, Chaos Angel, Lulua Lilith, and the Zombie Vampire. Whoa. If I had to give a creativity to this deck, it's definitely a 5 out of 5 Squamadas, guys. It is a crazy, crazy good deck. And if you guys have other replays, you already need to do it. Catch us on stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.